Farmer plays a great role in food security, so farmers have to be supported as well as people have to continue. You know, farmers must be replaced by as the generation goes in order for sustainability and food security. My name is Dolland Douglas. I'm 33 years old. I've been in commercial farming for the last like 17 years. I grew up from a tender age in around gardening. So like I visited often. I went to the garden with older farmers who planted traditional crops. So I went to harvest and do like land labor such as cutlassing, weeding and planting and those stuff. So I was always exposed to farming. And then I got interested in like vegetables, and I first started off planting like cucumbers on my own as a way of earning extra money. So it's like I invest in cucumber seeds and then harvest, get back money. And also as a teenager, myself and 3 or 4 other guys, we had a group like and we started planting like cabbage. So and the interest grew and grew. So I had a passion for it. And I guess I took it to the next level when I saw like economic returns. And I like challenges, I like innovation. So it's like these are the inspiring things for me. I remember like from reading, I always like wants to apply that knowledge. So for example, when I first planted honeydew melon, it was actually reading from the agriculture workbook one. Yeah, I got the knowledge like planting space, the care, how to care for them and everything. So and the results was good. So from that, I always like to plant like non-traditional too. And so hopefully I continue, because I actually always wanted to have a farm on a large scale, have a fully operational farm, being consistent with supplies, and also setting up some linkage businesses in farming, having outlets, doing delivery, and value added too. I don't always just want to sell produce, but also make byproducts from produce and so on. So that's why tomatoes, cantaloupe, honeydew, that's my 3 favorite. And I'm into sweet corn now. I admire seeing them grow and produce, and they are cash crop, which I think is we call them in farming the $1 million crops. So and sales for me, sales it's like an everyday. It's the demand for it is always there. It's a fast seller. For the first trials, it was successful in terms of the fruits, the quality, the shelf life, everything. So that inspired me to keep planting them. But I actually have no limitations when it comes to the variety of vegetables I do. I want to do like almost every vegetable. The only, I think, challenge would be like land space and to practice crop rotation and stuff to control pests and disease, because some act as a host and they will destroy others.
What's your best practice? Because you do a lot of different activities throughout the day. You weed, you mulch as a farmer. What's your favorite thing to do?
planting or transplanting, and like, let me say, caring for the crops in terms of like doing things like pruning and stuff. So I enjoy doing that. For example, in the tomato, pruning of the tomatoes, I like doing that, and even sticking them, tying them up.
What are some of your challenges?
Challenges, irrigation is right now something that I have to get under control because land labor is also a problem. Like, finding dependable people working on honest levels, you know. So sometimes I can't get people when you want them, and everything into farming is timing, because if you don't weed on time, then you might end up can lose productivity from the crops because you can have infestation of pests and disease and stuff. I have a water source in the bottom of the river, but I actually in the future don't want to continue just irrigating directly from the river. The, the intention is to set up some water tanks, pump to the, and then go into some drip lines. So these are challenges. I mean, from day one, I met challenges here with irrigation because my first irrigation pump was stolen from the house in the bottom there. So, and then you have another challenge when folks will be looking for animal feed, because right now the latest repairs I've done irrigation wise, I haven't even used them yet. I just set them aside when I was plowing along the drain side, and there was feeding growing over it, and I realized people already cut them, already damaged them. So I had constant damages of my irrigation line through people cutting grass over the years. That is a major challenge, because the honest way I could stop that is to have total weed control, so there is nothing for people to come in and yeah. Apart from the maybe in 2010 the stolen of the irrigation pump, the major thing right now is just against time managing time, the challenge to have a proper irrigation system. These are my major challenges right now. Yeah, because everything takes you have to do on a financial basis. It's financial support. So sometimes you cannot do all of it. You have to do it as on a gradual basis.
What are some of your major markets? If we're looking for your crops, your produce, where can we find them?
My markets, I have no fixed markets. Over the years, I had gotten rid of my produce through various channels or outlets. I've sold in the past. I've sold to hotels, like sold to Kuyaba, Flamboyant. I've sold to supermarket like Food Fair. Most of the produce now I get rid of through the means of like through the on the streets, you see, or through contacts, because of like known customers. My mom also goes to the town of Sauteurs and sell. And I send people, if I have like an abundance of produce. In the past, I would send people to different locations, Grenville, St. George, or wherever fit. So I don't have, you wouldn't find like my produce in a supermarket, okay, at that point now. Maybe later, because I'm actually working towards like having it like whatever produce I have, having it like supplied just as any other food stuff on the shelves, and doing packaging with a name brand. So for example, if you want, you're in need of my produce, you can always buy from me again, because you have that contact information and everything. Because at the end of the day, farming is the foundation of the survival of any society or nation, whether you produce it locally or it's imported, it comes from the farm, it comes from the earth, and farmer plays a great role in food security. So farmers have to be supported, as well as people have to continue Farmers must be replaced as the generation goes in order for sustainability and food security.